What say after hi? Once you're in the conversation, how do you actually move it forward? How do you actually build mutual attraction? Actually have the girl leaving, oh, that was a interesting guy who was funny, attractive, charismatic. These are the things that women are looking for in a man. Not just your fucking looks, you idiots. She's looking to see what type of man you are. How do you present yourself? How do you carry yourself? How do you have a conversation? How do you make her feel? So, what do we say after the conversation is started? So, most of the time you may say hi, she says hi back, you don't know what to say afterwards, and because of this awkward feeling that you guys get, that is created because you're not the one moving the conversation, she will tend to leave or have some type of not the best look about you. So the reason that this comes is because you're the one starting the conversation. And if you just expect her to then carry the conversation just because you started it, you're in the complete wrong place of mind. You started the conversation, it is your duty to carry it, to keep it going. Especially if she's interested in the conversation like this. She's smiling, she wants to have the conversation. It's her duty to keep it going and keep it interesting and keep it fun. A couple ways that we'll have to do this. We're going to have to focus on our vibe. We're going to have to focus on moving it forward so we're not talking about like the weather for an hour. We have to understand other people's emotions and their body language. And a phrase that really carried me into starting conversations with women, carrying the conversations with women, was it is your job as the man. As the man. This is just your duty as a man, okay? There's a lot of benefits from being a guy, but there's also some downfalls. One of those downfalls is that you have to initiate and overcome a lot of anxiety you may have. But it is your duty as a man to initiate the conversation and to keep it going. First thing that we have to focus on, and the most important, is our vibe. If I'm speaking to a lady, and my vibe is this, hello, my name is John. It's so nice to meet you. My name is Samir. It's very nice to meet you. Your eyes are down. Your body looks very odd. Your voice is just so weak. What this is going to show about you is, first, you're extremely nervous about yourself. You're extremely probably anxious. You're insecure. And it also tells more about you. Well, if you're this type of person, are you really going to be the type of person who, when things get down and to it, are you going to stand up for yourself? Are you going to stand up for me? As the woman, you want me to be in your life. You're introducing yourself. You obviously want me to be part of your life, and this is how you're presenting yourself as a person who wouldn't even stand up for me. And the vibe is everything that's coming out. It is your body language, your tonality, and your eye contact. You want these to be relaxed and confident. Meaning, if you're going up to a person, very nervous eye contact would be this. You can feel the tenseness in my eyes. Hello? My voice is very wavering. It's unsure of itself. And my body, again, maybe it would close up. It would get stiff like that. The shoulders would come up. And guys, a big thing is their shoulders. They have a lot of androgen receptors in this bitch. This is a very dominant trait for a man is their shoulders, and a woman, I guess. But when you become very nervous, stifled, the shoulders tend to get very stiff. When you become very relaxed and at ease, the shoulders tend to relax and be laid back. If you can be laid back in your body language, your mind will catch up. If you can be laid back in your mind, your body will catch up. If you're stifled in your mind, your body will catch up, and vice versa. So you need somewhere to start. And you can start by physically changing your body, by forcing it. Put the shoulders down and just breathe. This is how you're going to get in the vibe that is relaxed, that is confident, that is playful. You cannot turn someone on. Like, if I'm in bed with a woman and I'm uncomfortable and I'm anxious and my head's in a different place, I'm not going to be receptive to anything that she's doing to me. The same thing when it comes to a guy to a girl. If a girl's very uneasy and nervous, it doesn't matter what you talk about or what you say, because she's in this feeling, all of it is not going to be getting through to her. She's going to be feeling this wall before anything else. And the way that you get through this wall is by building an environment, just a vibe between you two, which is laid back. It's not so insane. Like if I go to a girl and I say, hello, how are you? Like, and I'm doing this with my hands. What do you, like, this is signifying something. This is, oh my God, you are the Messiah. And me as a guy or a girl would not want that. They don't want to be pedestalized. They just want to be a normal human being, treated the same way. And you show this treatment through your body language, through how you speak, how you move yourself, and how you conduct yourself. If you're speaking to her and you say, hi, my name's John, my name's Samir, nice to meet you. So what do you do for work? Because you're just using those upwards tonalities at the end of your sentences, it's coming off very like you're questioning yourself, like you're not sure of yourself. It's not coming off as a man would speak. And you can say, just be yourself, just be yourself. But if every time you go up to a girl and you speak like that and she rejects you, and I can look at that from a distance and say, look, this is what you're doing that is weird and off-putting socially. Fix this, get better at it. Do you want to get better with women? Do you want to actually have the relationships you want? Okay, then we're going to need to address some problems here. We're going to need to address what we can and fix it. Improve it, you know. And so if it's me being myself when I go up to a girl and I'm extremely nervous, I can't conduct myself, that's not being myself, that's just me being a nervous wreck. That needs to be fixed for not only my relationships romantically, but for who I am as a human being. When things do, come to shove, because life will hit you, am I the person with a backbone, or am I someone just to crumble and give up, right? It shows something about you with your inner confidence. When we're trying to move the conversation forward, you want to do it on high notes. Meaning, if you had said something that had wrongfully impacted the girl, and now you guys are a little bit of in a combative frame, you do not want to escalate. The same thing if you guys are having like the most boring conversation, and then all of a sudden you go in for a kiss. Mwah. You're talking about the weather, you go in for a kiss. It's very uncalibrated. It's like, where did that come from? Versus if you guys are sitting very close to each other and you're looking into each other's eyes and you're having this very deep moment that you feel, then going into a kiss is much different. It's much more like, oh, this feels natural. And so you need to move it forward when it feels natural. And you'll have these moments in the conversations you have where if you're having good conversations and you're able to vibe, what is going to happen is that you will feel moments of happiness, of like sexuality, of wantingness, of happiness, of joy, of connection, of warmth. You'll feel these with this person. And on those certain notes, you want to then escalate the conversation. Meaning, hey, what are you doing this weekend? Like hey, what are you doing this weekend? Want to get out? Want to eat some food? But you don't want to be escalating when like her dog is dead, right? She's telling a story about how her dog died and you're like, oh, damn, that sucks. You want to go out this weekend? Or if she said something that wronged you a certain way, or you said something that wronged her a certain way, you don't want to then be like, oh, want to go out? I'll see this a lot of the times where guys dig themselves deeper when they're talking to a girl. They're getting bad body language, they're getting a sense of rejection, of uneasiness, and the girl is giving them some type of screen. She's not outright rejecting them, but she's having some type of barrier, which is totally normal, totally normal, especially when a guy comes up to you, starts speaking to you. It's totally okay to have that initial wall. But what a lot of guys do, instead of just accepting that wall is a natural thing and carrying on in a confident, relaxed manner and just kind of kind of acknowledging it exists, but not letting it affect them. The other guys allow it to affect them, and they get combative too. And they move it forward in like the weirdest ways. It's like they'll be talking and they'll be like, "So where's your boyfriend at?" And it's like the girl's like, "Oh, I don't know. I don't really have a boyfriend." Or like, "He's over there." "Oh, what? So I can't get your number?" "So what? We're not already." And it's like so combative already. Versus only doing that when it's on a positive note. If you're feeling like you're getting kind of teased from a girl, or she's shit testing you, or she's giving you some type of energy that is not playful, that does not have that playful undertone, you don't want to escalate. You don't want to move the conversation forward. You don't want to be like, "Oh, what are you doing?" Or really invest too much after that. Because if someone is like bullying you, we'll take this to the extreme. If someone is bullying you and you're like, "Okay, when can we go out?" That's like weird. That's just not respectable of yourself, right? It's not respectable of yourself. It's not respectable of them. It's just weird, okay? So move it forward when it's timed, when it's timely, when you feel the energy, then you do it. And the way you do it is just ask, "Hey, like food? Yeah? Want to get food? Nice." When you're talking to a girl, this thing should be so natural. Like, it should be easy. The reason you find it so difficult and you need to watch all my fucking videos is because you just never done it before. You haven't really seen anybody do it before. It's you just don't have an idea of it. This was supposed to happen when you were like 13 or like 9 or like when you were literally kids, not like the, intimate stuff afterwards. But this type of conversating was supposed to happen since you were kids with girls, all the way throughout your upbringing, through your socialization. However, because you lack these experiences, they're just a different kind of grasp to you, right? So once you understand that what I'm talking about is like so easy, you'll come back to this video and you'll be like, "Oh, it's just being yourself. Oh, it's just not really giving a fuck and just being relaxed," right? That's basically 99% of the shit. Understanding body language and emotion. This is very good because I'm pretty able to tell if a girl is being receptive to me, meaning she likes me, she's somewhat interested, she is responding back well within like half a second. Genuinely that fast. I'll look at a girl. Okay, example, I'm at the mall, I'm sitting on a bench. 2 girls come out of Dollarama. They've bought in some snacks. And they're just standing there. And I kind of give them some looks, but I'm writing an email on my phone to someone. And then they put their purse down, and she puts it kind of just down on the bench next to me. And I just look at her. I don't say anything. I just give her a look. Just with a little smirk on my face. And the thing is, with this, I know I'm a good-looking guy, okay? Or I don't think I'm a 10, okay? But I know I take care of myself. I do what I can, right? And so I have already a very inner confidence. I can do this shit. If you're not the most amazing good-looking person in the world, it's not because of my looks that this happened. It's because of the confidence I get from my looks. And I get that confidence from my looks because I put the work in. I am hygienic. I make sure my fashion's okay. I take care of myself. I do everything I can to improve, right? That's why I'm okay and confident to do shit like I do initially. And so I just look at her with a playful smirk. And what I'm doing here is, in my mind, I'm assuming attraction. I already assume that this girl likes me. She's put her bag down right next to me. She already wants to take me on a date. You may think that's arrogant. Do I 100% believe this in reality? No, not really, because obviously she's just putting her bag down. But that's kind of like the assumption I get. It's like another girl who I get to, have some pretty good interaction with, a little banter. And she's like, "I'm just going to put my bag here for a sec." I'm like, "Okay, that's fine." Then I say something like, I don't know, I have to tax you. I have to try one of those treats or the snacks that she had gotten. And then her friend gives me one of the fucking candies that they've gotten from the store. Gives me it, I try it, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, You guys are very cute, but your taste in I'm speaking to her directly. You're very cute, but your taste in chalk is just not it. It was like this chalk candy. Your taste in candy is just not it, lady. I ate it, but it's playful. It's not being combative. It's playful. I have a little smirk when I say it. And when I do say it, I have tension in my body, but I'm able to just like hold it down and not be like, oh, you're so cute. You have the small taste in your chocolate. No, it's not. Oh my God, you're so cute, but your taste in chocolate is just not it. Your taste in candy is just not it. It's fun, it's playful, and I'm allowing the playful, warm energy to come through me, and I'm expressing that. But I'm allowed to express that because I'm confident, right? And I could tell within like a second, even quicker than that, that these girls were somewhat interested in me. Did I think they loved me? No. But I think having that mindset set to the extreme is good. It's like, oh, this girl looked at me once. She probably wants to marry me. That just puts you in a positive mindset to talk to that person. So you're not in the mindset of, oh my God, this person probably hates me. And now your behaviors are coming across that way. If I had thought to myself, oh, she's putting the bag down because she put the bag down all the way on the other side of the bench because she hates me, because she wants nothing to do with me. That's a completely different mindset, and I don't talk to them at all. I don't have any fun experience. I sit down in my world alone, and I just block out everything else with hate. That's not good. That is not good. That's not what an alpha does. An alpha is fun, he's friendly, and he flirts with the world because it takes confidence to flirt, especially with the world. He has no outcome attached. I wasn't like, yes, I'm going to enact my plan and start talking to these girls, and I'm going to do my fucking format. No, it's just like, I'm going to have some fun, and then if we vibe, and I like her, and I think that she likes me, I'm going to move the conversation forward. And I'm going to be like, well, I like you. If that's the vibe it is, I'm going to be like, well, I like you. Do you want to go out sometime? Do you want to get some food? Right? I'm just going to be very forward and authentic. Because what is a normal person going to say? Oh, I like this person, but he asked me very straightforward. He didn't have a line. He's just asking me like how it is. I'm going to say no. It's like, I don't know, man. Right? It's like, what the fuck? I'm allowed to do that. And I can do that because I understand the body language and the emotion. I understand that I can't, when she puts her bag down, immediately ask her out. But I understand that if she's put her bag down, maybe I can give her a look. She gives me a look, I give her a look, and then she says something to me. And then I say something flirty and banterful back at her. And then we are in a little bit of a back and forth, a little engagement. Already the emotions are sky high. Probably on my side, probably on her side, and her friends too. And then I engage her a little bit. I engage her friend, right? So I'm not ignoring her friend like an asshole. Talk to her friend, talk to her. And then they're like, guess how old we are. And me being a little bit of an asshole, I teased them and said they look like they're much younger than they were. I mean, 13, right? They were much, obviously, older. I said 13. And they walked away. Not because it genuinely was an insult to them. I think what happened on my end is I teased them a little too hard, and I said that, and I should have been like, I'm just teasing you, when they started to walk away, because it was very obvious that they were interested into me, right? No girl is going to continue the conversation with you out of her own accord and start asking you questions if she's not into you, right? And that's just understanding the body language and the emotion. What she's saying, how she's saying it. Well, how old do you think we are? Right? It's that intuitive understanding of, oh, this person is displaying this emotion. I now just have to overcome my insecurities and anxieties to continue having fun and then see if we can hang out at some other time. And the way you learn this, I don't know, if you don't know how to read body language and understand emotion, it's a skill, right? Learn it. Watch other people, see what they're doing, kind of think how they feel. And you may be wrong sometimes, so always be malleable in your assumptions. When she puts her bag down to me, in my mind I'm thinking, oh yeah, she likes me. But it's not like I'm 100%, like part of my mind is thinking, oh, she's just doing that to put her back, right? But I want to continue the conversation. I want to do this. And so I'm able to kind of pick the best option for me, which is probably the best option for everyone. And again, it is your job to carry the conversation. As a man, I did okay in that interaction. What I should have done though is when I teased them and I saw that it genuinely upset her, because it probably did. I didn't mean to tease her that much. I didn't think it'd be that fucking insane. But I think what she thought was, oh, you literally look like you're 13 years old. You look like a child. And it was too, like, my bad. My apologies. I'm sorry to this girl. But what I should have done is, no, I'm just kidding. Because the conversation obviously was going well before then. And she's walking away because she does not want to be seen as too needy. She doesn't want to be seen as too invested, especially in front of her friend. She doesn't want to be seen as this type of person. So it should have been me, the man, carrying the load of the conversation, taking on the role of the pursuant, saying, no, I'm sorry, I'm just kidding with you. I'm sorry, my bad. You guys look like the most beautiful, 80-year-olds. My bad. You're the most beautiful. And she walks again, and then she walks away again. I'm sorry. That's how you keep it fun and playful. And if you see that it's like that's genuinely making her upset, first of all, that's like very light tease. That's just a tease, man. That shouldn't make her upset. But if you see that it is, be like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know it would be a no. I'm just kidding with you, okay? You look very beautiful. You're like, I don't know, 20, 22. Amazing. I'm this age. What's your name? Right? And you put that on that honesty. You put that genuine caringness, right? Because you don't actually want to insult her. You're just teasing her. It's having fun in the conversation. So that's what I should have done. I didn't do that because I was like, at the moment I was just like, what the fuck? Why would you walk away from that? I was just teasing you. I was like, what? I was like, oh, you guys must have not liked me or something. But after the conversation, I realized, oh, that's what was happening. So it is your responsibility as the man. Carry the conversation. Take the burden as the pursuant. A woman, yes, she wants to be pursuing, but not in the initial conversation. Like as soon as you guys meet, she needs to understand that you want her and that if she then engages on you, you're not going to reject her. A woman's fear of rejection is so much higher than a man's, right? It's like a spider and a fucking human. We're scared of it, but it's so much more scared of us. And it makes sense, right? If a woman gets rejected, it's like, I don't know, like, we don't have to understand about that. It's like maybe they just have their own thoughts. I'm not quite sure what the thoughts are. I'm not a girl. But for a guy, it's probably the same. It's like, we're not good enough. We're probably not going to be liked. And it's probably a confidence thing also. It's probably the exact same reasons. But women are just much more scared of approaching than guys are. Fair enough. And so in that initial conversation, interaction, you want to show that you do really like her. And then you can, once she matches you, you can just match each other, right? But at that beginning, it's okay to be like, no, I'm sorry, come back. I'm kidding, right? Oh, but you're being needy. Oh, but you're being a bitch. But you're calling it, no, man, I'm being authentic. I want this to go well. Which is already a good positive mindset. It's like, why would I want this to go bad? Hey, I like you. I want this to go well. I think you like me. I want this to go well. My apologies. I was just having fun, right? You have to have that mix of emotions, right? You can be fun, but you can also be honest and have that heart to heart. Heart to heart. So this is where I think the entirety of what to say after is not what you say. It's who you are. It's who you are. Things that you talk, like what do you talk about? It's just life, bro. Just life. Just shit that's going on. But that requires you to be in a certain type of vibe where you can freely associate, where you can say things that maybe aren't like super engaging, right? You can talk about trips, you can talk about stories, your own experiences. You can ask her questions. You don't want to keep asking her questions, but ask her questions here and there, make them engaging. Oh, where do you work? Oh, nice. How long have you worked there? How long have you worked there? Oh, what's your favorite thing about it? Like, those are just like, they're just more boring conversations, right? So if you want to ask questions, make them interesting, make them engaging, make them unique. Talk about your personal insights, your stories, your life, right? You've lived a whole life. You have knowledge and things that no one else knows about. Use those experiences and share them with the world. Your funny ones, your sad ones, your happy ones, right? Just and share them. People want to hear about them, especially if you're engaging while you say them. So with that, that is the video. That is what you're supposed to say. And, conduct yourself after you say hi to a person, to a girl. If you want more help with this, I know it's a lot. You can join my Discord completely for free. Or if you want to work with me one-on-one, you can book a call to my coaching program. It is expensive, but it most definitely works. I help you build the relationships you want, be the confident guy that you want, get the girlfriend, understand how to flirt, understand how to vibe. These are all things that I struggled with when I was younger. And I went through a process in which I have simplified it down, taken only the best parts, and I help you through the exact same thing I went through to be able to be confident, to be able to vibe, to be able to flirt just amazingly, build that mutual attraction, know what to say, not be next time you're talking to a girl or you want to approach a girl, be crushed by your anxieties and your insecurities. Not be, but my looks, I don't look good enough. I help you on your looks, I help you on your style, all this stuff, but that is for that. So with that, boys, I love you so much. Hope you had a good day. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it helped you. Bye. Love you. Peace.